game played.
Man, we are too.
That's what I'm excited about. So, yep, pumped up about that. It's got Thursday and Friday left. It's time to play.
It's a little hot out there today. What would your message? A lot of people would say, "Hey, maybe I'm going to miss the first game. A little too hot." What would your message be to fans?
Yeah. Show up, man. I mean, you get 7 Saturdays a year. That's it. You get 7 Saturdays. You don't get. It doesn't matter what the weather is. So, I ain't worried about that though. They'll be there.
I'd imagine it's good conditioning weather for next week when you're going to be out in Texas in that heat. So it's good to kind of get these guys out in it and experience it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been hot the last several days. It's been really, really hot. But the guys have, they've done a nice job. And, we're in good shape and ready to go.
Health-wise,
good shape. We're in good shape. Milan is. I'm hopeful that he's going to be able to go. He's looking better and better, and I think the only other guy in the 2 deep is Noah. He had a little pinched nerve or something, but hopefully he'll be all right.
Mark Fields.
Yeah, he's good.
Skowski.
Skowski's good. Skowski's been good. He's been good to go. Nobody's asked me about Skowski. I've been waiting on y'all to ask me about Skowski. Man, nobody's asked me about Skowski. I've told Vinny, I was like, Vinny, nobody ever asked me about Skowski. Yeah, no, he's been great. He's ready to go. But we're actually going to try to hold Skowski. We're going to try to see if we can steal a year back with him. That's our goal. Boy, breaking news. Nobody's asked me. I've been waiting on it. I can't just volunteer all the good nuggets. Good question right there. I've hinted on it a few times, that
yesterday.
The red shirt rule is sometimes, now that we got options, there might be somebody on your roster that you might try to steal a year back and have so that's kind of where we are with Skowski, and he's excited about it, and that's a product of, number one, we love our people at backer. We feel great about our depth and functionality at backer, and if we have some injuries or something, then all bets are off. But if everything stays kind of status quo, we kind of get the best of both worlds, because we can hold him, still play him 4 games, kind of pick those games where we got a great player available, and then get him back for 2 more years. So there's he's one of those guys that and then he was hurt and did miss some camp, so he kind of just started kicking it around, he's excited about it. He's open to it, and I think it's a win on all fronts if we can do it. Kind of like we had with Garrett last year. We were kind of back and forth, and we finally we didn't have the option last year, but we finally reached a point where we said, okay, we're going to hold him. And man, it's just paid off, and we see the same opportunity with Skowski if nothing changes. We stay healthy, and those type of things. So we'll see, and we'll pick the games where we know he'll be available and go from there.
This week you're going to put a lot of players out on the field. You guys in particular, do you really want to see what you got when you recruit them?
All of them. Yeah, I want to see them all. I just want to see where all of them are, from the starters that have been around here to the guys that just got here. I want to see where all of them are right now, because they all have a level of improvement. And then some of these guys, it's just going to be fun to see them for the very first time, run down the hill, first time in the locker room on game day, first time at the hotel with them, Friday night operation, and our Saturday routine, and the bus ride, and to some of these guys that you've recruited and stuff. And now it's finally an opportunity for them to be here. It's pretty cool. So I'm excited to see them all.
Do you go through a stretching when you run down that hill? Do you stretch before you go take
you
off?
You ever seen a dog stretch before he runs off the porch?
Nope. Good point.
There ain't much in there to stretch for me, man. I just go. Yeah. I had a dog named Snoopy. He'd chase every car that came through the neighborhood. Every car that came through the neighborhood, and he'd be in a dead sleep, and here come a car, he'd be gone,
You ever timed yourself, Coach, on that sprint?
No.
Was your Snoopy a beagle? I had a Snoopy too.
Snoopy was a mutt. I didn't have many thoroughbreds in Pelham, Alabama when I was coming up. I had Snoopy was my first dog, and then we had a Clyde, and had a Lucan. I have no idea where that name came from. Had a Peppy, so anyway.
Coach, you mentioned Garrett Williams a second ago. We talked about him yesterday. You said this morning, Mylon Richard, you're hoping he'll go on Saturday. Braden Galloway's a young talent that you're expecting to progress, and you've got Cam Smith, J.C. Chalk. Fair to say this is probably the deepest tight end group has been in quite some time.
Yeah. I'm really impressed with where we're just so much better. The three positions that we are light years better at is running back, tight end, and receiver. It's not even in the same hemisphere as where we were this time last year. It's not even close. I mean, you really think about it. You know, Dion and Ray were really first-time starters, and then Overton hadn't played hardly, Cornell hadn't played hardly, Amari was brand new, T was brand new and weak, and just we just had so much to teach. I mean, it was just so much. These guys are a whole nother level this year, and you add Ross in there, and you add DK in there. And then same thing at tight end, starting over. Garrett's out, Mylon first-time starter. JC, he don't know what he's doing. He's just happy to go be ready to play. Cannon, a veteran guy. But, boy, JC had a great spring. He's had a great camp. He has really improved. We're excited about him. Garrett's back. Mylon has now been a starter. He's had experience. He's made plays. He's just in a different place mentally, physically, athletically. And so excited about all those guys, and then you add in Braden, who is different. I mean, it's exciting. It's an exciting group. And same thing at running back. You know, last year Feaster hadn't started. Choice is trying to figure it out. ET just got here, and now all those guys are just in such a different place. They're really all starters to me. I mean, you could see that we could have a different starter every week. We have that type of capability at back, and then you throw Linjay in there. So we're just in a different place from a mindset, confidence, just knowledge, everything at those three spots. But I'm excited about our tight ends.
Two-part question on Skalski really quick. I think he held, was it Kevin Dodd 1 year?
We've done that with several people
Choice
along the way. Peak. You remember we
yeah.
we were in mid-time red shirt on Peak, and then we did the same thing with somebody else. I'm trying to remember. It's slipping my mind now. There it is. But anyway, back in the day, you didn't have many options,
Right.
and so a lot of people have talked about the freshmen, and but even with the freshmen, you still got to have the right opportunity to get them in there, because you're not going to play a freshman over a guy who's going to play all year for you, just to play it. It's got to be the right situation. It just gives you flexibility, and then it gives you flexibility on your roster if you have a guy that you may be still a year back for whatever reason.
So does he go through the power hour, or do you want him in meetings, scout?
Oh no. He don't need power hour.
That's right.
He could be a starter for us right now.
Right.
I mean, he's a great football player, but like I said, we just have the flexibility. Our roster just kind of allows us that opportunity, and we think that it's a win-win. So something we talked to him about, and Brent actually approached him earlier on it, and then, so we're gonna see what happens.
He's also been pretty valuable on special teams. You feel like you got so many guys there that you won't be missed there.
We'll be just fine.
Well, what about the linebacker rotation? Is there a certain player inside that rotation that made you guys feel comfortable, confident enough to go to James?
Well, I mean, we got three starter guys there. Trey and JD and Kendall those are three starters. I mean, can't start three, but they're three starters, and that's how same thing at corner. We got three starters that are clearly ahead of everybody else, and so then you throw in the fact that Judah had a great camp, awesome camp. Chad Smith's had a great camp. He's in a different level. Shaq has really made some progress. We're excited about where he is right now. Spec's ready to go play. Jalen gives us versatility because he can really do anything. So we just got a lot of options there.
Dabo, given how good you feel about Peter, how, I guess, enticing is it to take the tight end off the field and go with four receivers?
We're a tight end oriented. I mean, that's who we are. I mean, we're never going to be the air raid around here. I mean, we're a power.
I don't mean like full scale. I'm just saying.
Well, we've done that in the past. I mean, we situationally, we can definitely do that, and we have. We did it last year, but we're not a base 4 wide team. We're an 11 personnel team. Sometimes 2 tight ends, but primarily we're 11 personnel. Very much tight end oriented when we're at our best, so that we have the ability do what we want to do in the run game, the protection game, the play action game, the whole deal. But yeah, I mean, we certainly have that within our system and the flexibility to go 4 wides, and we have, and we will some this year, you know. But it'll be situational.
With Skowski, was that a Jones fracture or just a...
Oh, it's just his toe.
Okay.
Just like kind of what all of them do when they get that screw put in that toe.
Yesterday,
He's good.
Chance to talk with
He ran scout team today. He was our fullback today, I think, for Brent. Big fullback.
Yesterday, we had a chance to talk with Adam Choice, and the story he gave everybody from when he talked to us and went to radio was quite a story. It seems like he had a lot to think about over the last few years to get to where he is right now. Can you talk about Adam a little bit, his journey here?
Oh man, he's just Adam is the poster child for what you want representing this program. I mean, he's just an unbelievable young person. He's been through a lot, but he never quit. He's you know, like anybody, ups and downs, but he kept moving, and he never quit, never gave up, and he's just